The tariffs that Donald Trump wants to put on Mexico and Canada are expected to go into effect at 12:01 in the morning tomorrow, and Mexico and Canada, both in the last 6 hours, already bent the knee to Donald Trump and are giving him exactly what he wanted to stop these tariffs. Now, with these tariffs, Donald Trump wants two things. He wants to stop the flow of fentanyl coming into America from Mexico and Canada, and he wants them to help stop the illegal immigration coming across the border from Mexico and Canada. Those are the only two things he wants. And Justin Trudeau just made this post saying, I just had a good call with President Trump. Canada is implementing our $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology and personnel, enhanced coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. He is putting 10,000 people, whether that's service members, army, police, something, 10,000 Canadian people at the border to help stop the flow of fentanyl and the illegal immigration. He said, in addition to all that, Canada is making a new commitment to appoint a fentanyl czar. We will list cartels as terrorists. We will ensure 24/7 eyes on the border. We will launch a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. I have also signed a new intelligence directive on organized crime and fentanyl, and we will be backing it with $200 million. The proposed tariffs will be paused for at least 30 days while we work together. Now, that one came out, as you see, 4:36, just within the last hour. Mexico, also around noon today, came out and said they're doing the same thing that Canada is now. Donald Trump said, I spoke with the president of Mexico. It was a very friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border, separating Mexico and the United States. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal migrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for a 1-month period, during which we will have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, and a high-level representative of Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations with the president as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries. So literally, Trump came out and said, I'm putting these tariffs in on Saturday. He said you have until 12:01 Tuesday morning. 2 days later, Monday comes around. China, we haven't heard from them yet, but we're expecting to hear from them by the end of the day. Mexico already said, hey, we'll give you what you want. Please don't put the tariffs. Canada, we'll give you what you want. Please don't put the tariffs in. Donald Trump is doing every single thing he said he would do, every single thing that he ran on, and everyone that said tariffs this, tariffs are bad, everything in America is about to go up in price. They're wrong. They're wrong, because very small portion of United States GDP, if these tariffs went into effect, a very small portion of our GDP comes from international trade, and even a smaller portion of that comes from our trade between Mexico and Canada. We actually don't get that much from Mexico and Canada. Would a few things go up in price here in America? Yes, of course. But would we come to a crippling stop? No. But if Mexico stopped getting things brought to us or us bringing to them, they would completely crumble. Same thing with Canada. Canada would also, slower than Mexico, but slowly crumble if they did not have us as a trade partner. So Donald Trump doing these tariffs and implementing everything he said he was going to do is a great thing for America. He is putting America first, and it goes to show just how far behind Joe Biden did set America, because he could have did all this in the last 4 years. Donald Trump's doing it in 2 weeks. He is putting America first again, and Donald Trump is getting exactly what he wanted, and this is why so many people voted for him. If you guys have anything to say, leave it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.